Today, we're going to talk about the invalid traffic bug on YouTube. And if you have been hit with this bug of invalid traffic or your monetization on YouTube has dropped drastically, then I bet you're as frustrated as I am. I have been hit with this traffic bug and I am not happy at all. I previously was making about $1,000 to $1,500 on my main channel, Kellyanne Smith, which has 53,000 subscribers. I was making about $1,000 a month on it. Then this year, I went down to $700 a month, which sucks. It is drastically less than about half as what I was making before because I was making more close to $1,500. But then I went down to about $700 a month consistently this year through starting in January. Now I am down to under $300 this month, and the other day I only made like $2.62 for the day in YouTube ads, which is so frustrating. And I've been on chat multiple times with them, and it's not been fun. So I'm going to give you the solutions that they gave me. I have some links to some forms to fill out. I have some snarky messages to read to you guys from the chat, and we're going to talk about if I'm still continuing on YouTube on my main channel, what my plans are, all of that. So like I said, I previously was making decent money on YouTube. Now I make a full-time living between YouTube courses, digital products, all the different things that wrap up. I'm a full-time content creator making about, I don't know, 70 to 100K a year as a full-time content creator. So this is something that isn't all of my income for the month, but it is a decent amount of money for my income. I do full income report cards every single month on this channel as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. But this has been a huge hit. So I noticed this notice on my analytics a couple weeks ago, and actually it was probably about a month ago that I noticed it. And I got onto the chat and she was like, oh yeah, I see that you're hit with invalid traffic. Let me look into it for you. So she went on and she was like, okay, I don't see anything. Let me do what I can to remove that for you. So she removed it for me, and then I saw my revenue go back up to normal. Awesome, we're good. Then a month later, as of last week, I saw another huge dip. All of a sudden, I got hit with the invalid traffic in my analytics, and I was like, So I went onto the chat, and the lady was not very helpful at all. And I'm going to read you some of the parts of the conversation. And basically, she was telling me that it is either caused by three things that they determine invalid traffic. So number one is you are telling your friends or family members to leave your videos up, leave your playlists up all day long to give you all these extra views. Was not doing that. Number two was telling your audience to click on your ads, or you yourself clicking on your ads. Number one, I have YouTube Premium, so I'm not even seeing my ads, and I'm not telling my audience to go and click on the ads. Or three, that you are paying for views, aka bots. Nope, not doing any of those. And she's like, okay, well, YouTube is going to continue. This is what gets me. She said, YouTube is going to continue to flag your channel as invalid until they see you stop doing those things and that your channel is no longer doing those things. And I said, how can I stop what I'm not doing? And she was like, well, YouTube will continue to flag your channel until they see you stop doing those things. So she was just sending me in a loop. And she said, upon reviewing our system, detected invalid traffic on your videos and earning of the channel were adjusted. In this case, ad revenue from invalid traffic was refunded back to the advertisers affected. So they're saying that they paid you out, but then they took back that money on anything that they considered invalid traffic. I'm really sorry you had to go through this situation. Rest assured that everything is working as intended. This was so frustrating because she said, I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. Rest assured that everything is working as intended and everything will go back slowly to normal once our system no longer detects invalid traffic on your channel, and that our systems continually analyze your videos for invalid traffic and take steps to correct it. But it's not, because I'm still getting hit with this. Then she said our system has our limits, they can do on their end, which is frustrating because before, a couple months ago, they were able to fix it on their end and say, no, this channel is not sending invalid traffic. She's good. remove this. Now they're not saying that anymore. So they're just saying, you know, send a feedback form. What's that going to do? They're not responding to me. So they say that the feedback goes directly to YouTube's product team and they will use it to troubleshoot issues. They never got back to me. So I went on again, hoping I would get someone else. And so I did. So I talked to another guy named Jay before I talked to April. And Jay said, after checking, I was able to confirm that our system has detected invalid traffic on your channel, so your earnings were adjusted. About the issue, apologize, but we're unable to trace where the invalid traffic is coming from. We can only see from our end that there is invalid traffic. So fill out this form, which is a different form than she said previously. And he said, I wish I could do more. It's just that this is the most I can help once to share with you at this point. Once our systems no longer detect any invalid traffic, then your revenue will return to normal, which is exactly what she said. So they just copy and paste that. So we're frustrated. I even said, like, is YouTube actively working to fix this issue? I said, I've talked to several other content creators that are having this issue, and they're all frustrated. And a lot of us are ready to be like, do we even want to be on YouTube anymore? And they said that they are working to fix the invalid traffic and did not, it was just another one of those generic loops and was not saying like, yeah, we are aware that this is an issue for content creators and we're working to get it fixed. So I have watched several videos on this invalid traffic, and most of the videos that I saw said, you know, look for spikes in your views. If you're seeing spikes in your views, it could be bots. And if that's the case, then you can kind of block where those bots are coming from. If you're seeing that they're coming from a specific country like the Philippines, you can block all traffic from the Philippines. That'll help with the bots. I don't have that. So I'm just kind of tough out of luck. So I have filled out the forms, and I'm going to continue filling out the forms, and I'm going to continue going on this chat every couple days until this is resolved. And I'll have those links to those forms down below in the description box for you. But this is just so frustrating when I'm seeing such a dip in my revenue. Like only making $2.62 in a day on AdSense. That's ridiculous. When my views haven't spiked up or my views haven't dropped along with it, they're just saying we're not giving you all of the AdSense revenue, which is just ridiculous. And another frustrating part of this is I no longer have that banner. When I talked to the person last week, when I talked to April, she removed the banner during our conversation. So I no longer have the banner on my channel, but I'm still seeing the drop in revenue over a week later. So obviously I'm still getting hit with these invalid views. The guy that I talked to today said, yes, your channel is still hit with invalid views, but they took the banner off. So what's happening here? And why is it still doing this? So am I staying on YouTube? Yes or no? So I have decided that I'm actually working on a course right now for people that are wanting to create courses. I'm working on that. So I'm going to take a couple weeks off from my main channel to really focus on this course because honestly, I'm kind of irritated at YouTube, but there is so many other things of YouTube that I really enjoy and that benefits me, my viewers, and my business. So number one is connecting with my audience. When I'm creating videos on my main channel, which is talking about budgeting, debt payoff, growing your income, all of those things is what I talk about on that channel. When I'm talking about those things, I'm connecting with my audience. I'm also educating and inspiring and lifting people up and saying, all right, you know, let's come up with ways to help you save money. Let's come up with ways to help you pay off debt and increase your income, different things like that. So I'm educating, I'm inspiring. I'm still getting so many comments of saying, this was so helpful. Thank you for this video. So that right there is reason enough to continue making videos. Also, there are other ways that I'm able to monetize my YouTube channel outside of AdSense. So I'm able to sell products through YouTube by promoting my digital downloads, my Excel spreadsheets, my printables, different things like that. I'm able to promote my courses and drive sales through my courses. I'm able to grow my email list. I'm able to get affiliates and sponsorships as well. So that is something that is really big. Now, with the sponsorships, it's frustrating because I was planning on revving up and really going hard on sponsorships this year in Q4 because this is like our Super Bowl for sponsorships, but my views are down. Now, when I talked to the guy today, I asked him, I said, does this affect views? And he says, no, it doesn't affect views. But I don't know. I disagree. I think this has been going on my channel for a long time, and now it's like really getting bad. But I think since the beginning of the year is when I really saw a huge drop off on my revenue and my views. And so I do think it is suppressing views. Even though they say that it's not, I think that it is. And either that or they're taking away views that are bots. And so when I'm trying to do sponsorships, sponsors are like, Kelly, you're not getting nearly as many views as you used to. I used to be able to get a few $1,000s for a sponsored video. Now if I try to pitch a band, they'd be like, okay, here's $25. I'm sorry, what? Especially since I used to be able to get a couple $1,000s for a sponsored video. So it's really, really frustrating in that. But like I said, there are other ways to monetize on YouTube outside of ad revenue. So with that being said as well, if you're a new channel that you're just starting out, maybe you're not monetized yet on your channel, there's plenty of other ways to make money outside of AdSense on YouTube. Now, if you want to see my breakdown of my income where I go line by line of how much I'm bringing in, I show behind the scenes analytics, I show all the different revenue streams as well as all the expenses. So what it costs to do the back end of my business, all the expenses that I have a full detailed report every single month. Check out that video here. And if you want to see some digital download ideas, the ways that you can make money from home, passive income from home by selling on Etsy or Shopify or on WooCommerce, check out this video here.